Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a saxophonist and a composer from Manchester in the UK. I'm looking for your help to fund the recording and development of my new chamber group, the Taka Ensemble. I've been a professional performer and composer for nearly 15 years now. I've had some great opportunities in my career. I've worked with fantastic orchestras, with pop artists, composers in theatre, and a huge variety of other professional work as a musician. But I suppose my real drive is writing and creating my own work and working with my own original music. I've always been fascinated by the idea of working with what we might call classical and orchestral instruments in jazz music. There's so much untapped musical potential for creating chamber music with these instruments, where we can improvise together as a group. So much crossover music sort of avoids letting the orchestral instruments loose to get really stuck into that side of it. I think it's really easy for us jazz players to fall back on our improvising too, to avoid really engaging with the chamber music element. And I wanted to get stuck into finding a nice way of bringing those two things together. So I wrote some sketches and brought together some musicians to try a few bits out. The result was beyond anything I'd expected. In the members of this group, I've found an incredibly unique and exciting bunch of musical personalities. They're so perfect for this, and they bring such a huge diversity of experience and musical ideologies to the group that, well, it's a product that's so much greater than the sum of its parts. So we've put together a suite of new music that we're super excited about. It all follows a rough theme of sort of medieval witchcraft and all those fun tropes about the witchfinder general and the sorcerer living in the woods. And they're really fun images to play around with for improvising and composing. We have a premiere of this work at the International Anthony Burgess Foundation in Manchester on the 20th of March. We're putting this gig on self-funded, just to showcase what we've been developing really, and I'd like to invite anyone who's watching this video to that gig on the 20th. But for me, it really feels like this project is sort of too good for one gig on its own. This is where you come in. The costs involved in making any music happen are becoming increasingly high and sometimes unsustainable for individual composers and performers. So it's a tough life as a musician. You have to be resilient, against a lot of knockbacks. I'm deaf in my right ear, and I have been since I was born. I've had a lot of health issues related to that, a lot of surgery and various things that have made my hearing worse over that time, even than it already was. These things have really interrupted so many amazing opportunities in my career, and it's been a real struggle to get my own music projects off the ground, really. I'm finally reaching a period of stability where I sort of really let my ambitions for my own music run wild. Now I know things are hard for everyone at the moment, but it's really going to need some help from our audiences, from people who want to hear and experience these fantastic musicians to get this project out into the wider world. We're looking for help to cover recording costs, to pay the amazing professionals who will help us put this album together, and make sure we can capture the energy, the vibrancy and the magic of this group in the best way possible, so all of you can experience it too. So having the recording is a tiny fraction of the story. With your help, we can help cover the costs of publishing and promoting this recording, which will be essential to get it out into the ears of audiences and promoters alike. Having the funds to help publish and promote this work is really that key piece in turning a piece of new music into public performances, so that I can share these amazing performers with you, and you guys can get as excited about hearing them as I have been working with them. So if you like the sound of that, follow the links to our crowdfunder page and look at the various ways that you can help us bring the Taka Ensemble project to life. There's all sorts of gifts and incentives for donations of all sizes, but really every donation, however small, is incredibly valuable to us. Thanks so much.
That was good. That was a good one. That was a good one, Dawn.